right? Especially when it comes to raw sex, when it comes to unprotected sex, and them showing that in the videos, and then they want to claim that because of y'all, or because of the raw porn industry, that is what is spreading, you know, HIV and AIDS and these other STDs and things like that. Tell them.
Well, number one, in my defense, I'm on PrEP. And I know that's funny because everybody say that, but anyway, like I said, I didn't start messing with guys until I was 26 years old. I had already made all my mistakes and did all my, you know, so, and then like I said, I'm 30, so I was raised in the era of when HIV was really, really bad. So when I first started messing with guys, I was very, very condom conscious. If anybody has been following me from the beginning, my first year, I always used condoms.
Yeah.
Every single video, I wore a condom. It wasn't until I was approached by Breeder Raw and they said, and it's funny because I was like, well, you know, how does it work because I wear condoms? And they was like, well, you can't wear condoms for, it's called Breeder Raw. And I was like, oh, it is called Breeder Raw. So that's actually what made me get on PrEP, because I was like, oh, I just wear condoms. I really don't, you know, protect myself any other way. And I like I said, I'm 26. So when I first heard about PrEP, I was kind of worried about putting something foreign in my body. I wasn't sure what it was. It's something that they got these commercials, and I really thought it was a way that like the system was gonna try to kill the gays. Like we just gonna get them all these pills and then they're just gonna drop dead one day. I was like, see, it wasn't until the what is it, FDMA or something like that? The little company, the FDA approved it to where minors can take it. And then, like I said, Breeder Raw said I was gonna have to have raw sex. So I went to my doctor and I had the conversation with them, and I got on PrEP, did all the checkups and stuff, and I got on PrEP, and I've been on PrEP now for 2 years, and I haven't had any slip-ups, I haven't had any issues. So yeah, I feel like we don't do anything more than anybody else does. It's not like just because y'all aren't porn stars that y'all using condoms every time you have sex. So if we're being clear, we all are to blame if that's what y'all want to use. But I'm not taking fault for anything. Just like Cardi B say, I'm not raising y'all kids, so don't look up to me. Look up to your mama.
I just want.
She didn't wear condoms either, though.
And that's how you hear.
I'm dead.
That's how you hear. And at the end of the day, you know, the fact that we have to wear condoms because of all these STDs and STIs.
Exactly. Sex is so natural. We shouldn't even have to use condoms.
That's the problem. That's what you should be struggling for, period. Who are the ones that gave us HIV and AIDS and these STDs in the first place?
When I say he takes it there every time, you are so funny.
I'm so mad. But like, who is the one that put it into our communities the first place? Who is the ones keeping us away from PrEP and other medications to help us heal and defend and fight for our bodies? Because you know, these white gays want to talk about, oh, back in the 90s it was so bad, back in the 80s it was so bad. My best friend died of HIV and AIDS in 2008. My nephew caught it at 15. Yes, caught it at 15 years old. It is still high right now for black and brown people because it was meant for black and brown people. It was meant as a genocide of black and brown people. So again, when you're attacking him or any of the other people within our community, you're attacking victims that are susceptible to this attack. It's an attack on us. It's like when they bombed Vietnam of napalm, they didn't blame the children because their skin was burning. They blamed the people that was bombing those kids of napalm. So if you're really against this fight, then join it. Help people get tested. Find out who the culprit is. Put the slander on the state, on white power, on the people who have power, not on people who are trying to survive. And at the end of the day, like, statistics have not changed since raw sex has become more popular. It hasn't heightened. It's always been heightened in our community. When condoms were prevalent in professional porn, it was still heightened in our community.
So they were taking it off as soon as the cameras went.
Period. You got to take it at the core, and the core is white power. But anyways, I really appreciate you laying that out because. And
I'm a very big PrEP advocate. The clinic that I work with is My House Clinic in Nashville, Tennessee, and I work with their counselors and stuff, you know, very closely. I do a lot of promotions and stuff, you know, as far as PrEP, because I do feel like I said, I was very skeptical at first, and you know, it's no worries. Me and my doctor have a great relationship. I go in, I get checked every single time I go to the doctor, and it's never any issues. I mean, not to say that it never can happen, and you know, if God forbid it was to happen, you know, I would take care of myself the same way. I take one pill a day if I was on PrEP, and I think we're taking one pill a day if you don't have HIV, so it's not that big of a deal. I just feel like it's 3 letters, and I actually had this argument with my dad the other day because, you know, he's still a father and he has his opinions or whatever, and I feel like his opinions sometimes are a little ignorant towards that subject. Like I said, if you know, I have high blood pressure, and I've had high blood pressure since I was 21. I take a pill every day for high blood pressure. That doesn't make me any better or less of a person because I have high blood pressure. The same with HIV. If you go outside and, you know, with a shirt on and it's cold, you're gonna catch a cold. If you have unprotected sex, you can catch an STD. Go to the doctor, take your medicine, and you'll be good to go. I feel like people be harping on shit.
Yes, and that harping, that stigma, that nastiness is why so many of us die from it. Because again, when my best friend passed away, and you were like, really? Because you know the medications and stuff that are out there. But because it happened in Atlanta, and you know how the girls gossip and everything like that, he rather stayed in his room and balled up and died rather than face that slander, face that stigma. And when y'all are leaving those comments under that, you are producing more of that stigma and producing more of us to die. You are causing that when you are slandering people like him, people like us that are out here doing it. Keep the slander where it belongs, on the oppressor, and uplift, affirm your brothers, affirm your sisters, open your arms and help each other, because you ain't got no pot to piss in to be cussing at somebody else, because we all knew you did raw sex, and you got some on your phone if you doing raw sex.
Oh God. Thank you.
Okay, but we
I ain't doing nothing different but getting paid for it.
Period. I'm not trying to drag these girls today. Not today. It's really upsetting. So let's stop the slander and start affirming. Let me show you niggas how to affirm, because y'all are savages out there. You're the shadiness, and that's why we can't.
And it's crazy, like white porn stars, when I say they are so coveted and loved, like everybody wants to be a white porn. But it's like us, it's like y'all just act like, man.
Good morning. So guys, that's an interview between a YouTube blogger, Gazi, Kodzo, I don't know, Kodzo, and black gay porn star LaVene. That's their thoughts and opinions about HIV, raw sex, and all that stuff. So I'll be back in a few minutes, and I want to give my thoughts about that controversial interview. Everybody was hitting me up with this interview, and I went and looked at it. I kind of sit there in shock, like, did he just compare HIV to high blood pressure? Wow. I'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll discuss that. Good morning, my faithful loyal YouTube subscribers. Today it is 12:40. Today is Sunday, September 22nd. The time is about 12:40. I'm just really getting up, having a cup of coffee. It's a Sunday, September 22nd, year 2019. Now, in that video clip of that interview between porn star LaVene and YouTube blogger Cody, I can't pronounce these weird ass names. Gazi Kodzo. I don't think his mama gave him that name. I don't think that's his government name, but I don't know. Who knows? However, in that video, he claimed in the interview he compared porn star LaVene compared HIV to high blood pressure. Well, let me tell y'all something. Let me get that off the bat right away, because I have high blood pressure. High blood pressure runs in my family. I've dealt with high blood pressure pretty much most of my teenage years. I'm 49. I've been dealing with high blood pressure pretty much most of my life, since I was a teenager. My older sister died from kidney failure because her high blood pressure was never able to get under control, or she just didn't take her medications. I don't quite understand what took place there. I have plenty of friends who are on dialysis that have died from high blood pressure. The high blood pressure destroys your kidneys. High blood pressure is probably one of the #1 leading killers of African Americans. So to compare HIV to high blood pressure, I don't know what he's thinking, but high blood pressure is a killer. It's called the silent killer, because most people who have high blood pressure don't even know they have it. And it slowly destroys your kidneys, and you end up on dialysis, and you end up at this place called DaVita Dialysis Clinic. If you ever drive through the black community, you'll see a DaVita Dialysis Clinic on every corner, all over the United States in black communities. And I can assure you, if you walk into those dialysis clinics and talk to those patients and ask them how they felt about high blood pressure and kidney disease, They won't be just saying it politely, shoving it off as, oh, just take a pill and everything's great, because that's false. High blood pressure is a killer. It can kill you. It kills people. It's killing people. And I am back. I had to take a phone call real quick. Let me put this phone on mute. So anyway, like I was saying, the high blood pressure is a killer. It is a disease that I've lost many family members and friends from. When you have going through kidney failure, your kidneys are being destroyed. It's a debilitating disease. Like I said, I have high blood pressure and I take my medications. It's more than just taking medications. I have to constantly monitor my high blood pressure medicine. I have to be very careful of the food that I eat. I have to avoid pork and salts. I have a strict diet that I try to adhere to. There's a lot involved with high blood pressure other than just taking a medication. Sometimes I end up having to take 2 and 3 medications to keep my blood pressure in check. And don't forget the side effects that come with taking blood pressure medicine. So for him to compare HIV to blood pressure medication is kind of bizarre to me. He has high blood pressure, but at the same time, he's relatively young. He's only 25, 26 years of age, so he doesn't really, I don't think. But anyway, but as for what he was saying about raw sex and the interviewer, the discussion he had about raw sex shocked me. Here we are living in an era where we have outrageous HIV rates, which are targeting HIV running rampant in our community. You have a man who's in an interview, they're promoting it. They're promoting raw sex. I really don't care what people do. Do whatever the hell you want to do. But to criticize people, because I've been criticized because I promote safe sex, and I think people should use condoms. And let me tell y'all something, I have been royally criticized, and that's one of the reasons why I tend to keep my distance from the vast majority of gay guys, because of their mentality when it comes to using condoms and protection. They try to shame you into thinking like them that raw sex is okay. Like I said, do what you want to do, fuck who you want to do. I don't really give a rat's ass what these people do, but I do think it's scary and frightening. Well, first off, I would never turn to a porn actor and to get his opinion about raw sex when this man is doing this for a living. He's getting paid to do that. You just sit up there and said he's getting paid. He wouldn't even disclose the amount of money he paid, but he claims he's getting paid more than a doctor, dentist, lawyer, and all these other people. I don't know. Could be. I don't care. But he's getting paid to do that. The rest of these people who are running around Atlanta having all this raw, unprotected sex, they ain't getting paid shit. They doing it for free. So I'm like, okay. Y'all, let me tell you something. I've met a lot of guys who have approached me about sex, and they want to have sex, and they only want to have raw sex. I'm not the only person who's been approached with this type of mess. I have friends who also told me the same mess. These guys they don't want to use a condom. They only want to have raw sex. They do not want to use protection. They don't see anything wrong with having raw sex. It is, like I said, it's promoted throughout the whole community, just like they were promoting that interview. So I don't care. Do what you want to do. Do it if that's what makes you happy. He says he's on PrEP. He's using PrEP. And then this whole thing that blaming, saying it is, how did they say that? They were trying to say that white people or white racism has something to do with the HIV crisis, and it was meant for people of black. I'm just like, where are they getting this ignorant information from? I don't get it, y'all. White folks are not making you niggas run around and have unprotected sex and not use condoms and pads and get HIV. What in the fuck is going on here? Like I said, I keep my distance from this ignorance. This has been going on for years. I don't want to be around that ignorance. That's ignorance. I keep my distance. I don't want that. People who think like that. I mean, the man is doing raw sex for a living. He's getting paid to do porn. That's what he does. So let him. And he wants to promote it. I mean, if you're that stupid to believe that having raw sex is contracting HIV is just as simple as taking a pill, good luck with that thought. You know, because I have some friends who are HIV positive, and let me tell you the stories, the stuff that they've been going through recently. I just sit back and look. And some of these guys have never had any issues for years, and all of a sudden, bam. And I'm like, well, what happened? And I said, okay. So I had an outlet. That young man He's 25 years of age. He's on stage, he's on prep. He's having all this unprotected sex. Prep is not meant for you to be out there having unprotected sex in the first place. And you're a porn actor. You're doing this for a living. I think we're gonna have I think later on he's gonna have a different opinion about what he's promoting. Then they say, and I love when they use the comment, yo, that's how you got here, raw sex. My mother and father were married. They had 7 children together. These people out here having raw sex, they ain't having no children together. They just getting fucked in the ass. Your ass cannot produce a child. You might want to protect yourself. But hey, do what you want to do. If you want to have raw sex, fuck all day and night long, I really don't care. Do it. I don't care. People kept sending me this video and saying, oh, you got to give your opinion about that. I really looked at that shit and I said, you know what? I really don't care. These niggas gonna do what they want to do. If you want to have raw sex unprotected and you want to have multiple sex partners and you don't give a damn about HIV and you just do whatever the hell you want to do, that's your life, your asshole. I really don't give a fuck. I'm just keeping it real. I don't care. I'm going to protect my health. Because I said a million times, my health is my wealth. I'm not about to be ripping and running down the street having raw unprotected sex. I'm calling these bugs. I'm outside. I'm not going to be ripping and running Atlanta having unprotected dogs. And I tell you, these guys out here fucking like wild dogs in heat. None of them using condoms. Multiple sexual partners on a regular. It's just ridiculous. And so I just kind of, it's their life. They asshole. They dick. Do whatever makes you happy. I don't give a fuck. I really do not care. I don't care. It's your life. And if you think there's not a price to pay for ripping and running around Atlanta or sitting up doing pornography raw, some people are going to be sadly mistaken and they're going to wake up. And there's more than HIV out there. There's a whole slew of shit out there. So this man out here fucking raw in porn. He ain't picked up no diseases, no gonorrhea, no syphilis, no herpes, no nothing, no chlamydia, no warts, no nothing. All them sexual partners, you in a video called The Fuck House with 10 different guys that you fucking, and everybody fucking each other, raw? Now come on now. Who would be that naive and that stupid to think you can do all that and magically and miraculously nothing comes of it? Don't. Listen, y'all, niggas lie so damn much it don't make no. They never ever gonna tell you the truth about the STDs they got or have had. I keep my distance from these ignorant niggas. I know how this shit goes down. I know how it goes down. I know how it ends. All them porn stars from the early 90s who first started that raw sex shit, y'all, you ought to see the niggas today, and they're my age or younger. You need to see them today. You'd be like, oh, what happened? They look horrible. The ones who are still alive. So look, hey, all money ain't good money. You couldn't pay me to do porn. And raw porn? Hell no. No way. All them different sexual partners you having sex with, then these guys out here escorting and prostituting and doing all this stuff raw. Come on, man. Ain't enough money in the world for me. For me, I'm talking about Walter. I'm not doing that. But if anybody else want to do it, knock yourself out. If you want to fuck every nigga in Atlanta raw, go right ahead. Knock yourself out. That's your life. Do what you want to do. You are responsible for your own health. Nobody else. You can follow these guys off a cliff if you want to. You will regret it. That young man, the comments that they made in that interview, it's their life. It's their life. Their body. Do what they want to do. But I have to say this. That interview had to be the most ignorant interview I've ever seen on YouTube in my entire life. Ignorant as hell. But that's what they want to do. Their lives, their life, they asshole, they dick, they health. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. So I really, y'all can quit paying me. Wow, did you see this? I don't give a damn. He's a porn actor. He's running around fucking raw for a living. At least he's getting paid for it, because the rest of these niggas in Atlanta ain't getting paid shit for running around here tossing their ass up in the air and getting fucked all night long by multiple people with no condom. They ain't getting shit out of the damn deal. But hey, their lives, people can do what they want to do. Like I said, I keep my distance from the gay community because of this thought process. Their thinking process is whack. anybody running around Atlanta having raw sex, anyone black, anyone gay, period, white, black, Hispanic, in this environment around having sex with multiple sex partners, no condom, something's wrong with you. And if you, like I said, if you think taking HIV is just as simple as taking a pill, like he made it seem like high blood pressure is just so typical, you take a pill, it is not that easy. Let me, this for my purposes of this video, I've been on multiple high blood pressure medications because after a while, those blood pressure medicines do stop working. They have to switch you to a different medication. So once those medications stop working, you now have to find another medication. I'm at a point right now, I'm on a good medication. I've been on for a minute now. I want to say 7, 8, 9 years. I need to look and see. But my blood pressure's fine now. I take my pill every day. But I've had some pill medications that didn't work. And I also had some medications that were working and stopped working. I had medication that had side effects. Y'all, it's been a journey with this high blood pressure. It ain't as easy, as simple as what this man is saying. I take my blood pressure medicine. I take nitric oxide. I take a water pill. Come on, y'all. You're peeing all day and night. It ain't as easy as what this man just thought about the high blood pressure. You constantly monitor your blood pressure. Sometimes my blood pressure is too high, and it's like, okay, what did I do? I need to bring it down some. You have to be careful of your diet. There's a lot of shit involved with keeping your blood pressure under control. I don't know what the fuck he's thinking, but he's young. He ain't lived yet. But as he continues to live and grow, he's going to find out the hard way. My sister's deceased. She died at 45, 46, somewhere up in there. How old is Mia? I've got a lot of family members on dialysis. Y'all, I've lost a lot of friends who got high blood pressure and destroyed their kidneys. And many times they didn't even catch it until it was too late. I have a friend right now, I'm getting on his, cussing his ass out. He ain't been to a doctor in years. He don't take his blood pressure medicine. I'm like, what is going on here? He was like, well, I haven't been in 2 years. I said, you haven't been to a doctor in 2 years? You haven't checked your blood pressure in 2 years? Why would you not go out and check your blood pressure? You're not taking medication. You just, well, I feel fine. I said, that's why it's called the silent disease, the silent killer. Because you really can't, when our blood pressure's high, I can't tell you, I don't have a headache or a running nose. I don't have nothing. I'll go to the doctor and say, well, your blood pressure's high. I said, oh, shit. In many instances, I may have forgotten to take the medication. So now I have on my mirror in my bathroom, I have a sign note, take your blood pressure medicine. So I can remember, because I forget. You get to rushing around, you forget. I said, shit. Now I looked at some signs, I said, I'll take it. And I put a little check mark. I have a little pen there, and I check it for the date. And I say, okay, when I take it, I check it. So that way I look at the calendar, and I say, okay, I took it. Because you forget. Trust me, you'll forget. So I don't know. I wish that young man the best with his career in porn. He said he's making a lot of money. I hope he's saving it. I hope he got some good health insurance, because he's going to need it. And, I don't wish anybody anything bad. I'm not a big porn watcher, especially raw porn. I don't particularly care for that at all. But some people, I don't get a kick off porn any damn way. I've never been a person to sit and masturbate to porn, ever, because it just don't work for me that way. So, nude pictures either. But porn serves a purpose. I understand that. But I do believe a lot of these young folks are emulating what they see these porn stars doing. Something's not right with all this raw sex everybody's doing. And they have complete guys. Listen, people have stopped using condoms. Period. And this is before even PrEP came around. People had stopped using condoms. I've been with guys say, I don't like to use condoms. I'm like, you don't like to use condoms? This is 20 years ago. And I'm like, okay, but 20 more than that. 25 years ago, I'm like, we ain't about to do nothing. It's the funny part. Every guy that ever told me they didn't want to use a condom, and they wanted to have sex with me, and I walked away from that situation. And guys never spoke to me again. They are dead today. Many of them died. One guy died literally not even 6 months after I met him. A lot of them guys were dropping dead left and right. Another guy I met recently, he was telling me about how he don't like to use condoms. I kind of quickly dismissed him. And then I got messages from him. He was in the hospital having some type of infection that was being treated and all this stuff. And I was just like, dude, you need to really start protecting your health and start using condoms instead of, he says, I know, but I just don't like to use them. I think you better learn how to use them. But hey, people are going to do what they want to do. They're going to do what they want to do. It's their lives. I really don't care. I'm only going to protect Walter. This don't got one life, so I'm going to do what's best for me, and that is to protect my life. I was on PrEP at one point. I had to come off PrEP. PrEP caused me some issues. I think PrEP is a smart choice for people who are out there having sex, but you're supposed to be using PrEP with a condom also. So, hey, like I said, these are just my thoughts and opinions. I think you'd be insane to be walking around today having raw sex. I don't care how much you're getting paid. If you're going to do porn, I would not be doing raw porn. Ain't enough money in the world to be running around doing that shit raw. No way. But, again, my thoughts, my opinions. Y'all can do what you want to do. Anyway, so this concludes this video today. It is Sunday, September 22nd. The year is 2019. And it's about 1 o'clock, and I'm out of here. Enjoy your Sunday.